Hey friends, welcome to the second game that I'm going to be playing alongside Subnautica for the time being. I'm going to try to give you guys about 3 games a week, maybe 3 or 4 even, because I just really want to put out some content for you guys and I like variety, so I'm going to give you guys some variety. But this is Abiotic Factor. This is a game that came out in May of this year, and by far it's one of the best games I've played this year alone. To be honest, it's genuinely one of the best games I've played, in my opinion at least. And I want to show it off because I want to give it that kind of attention, because I think it's something that deserves that kind of attention. But it is a wonderful game that I recommend if you like games like Half-Life or any survival crafting games you get into. This is going to be my character probably for a long time. I always like to try to make him look as close to a Half-Life scientist as I physically can. I love Half-Life. I'm going to try to play that game at some point on the channel for you guys because I really love Half-Life. But I really want to show you guys this game because it offers a whole unique spin on like kind of that Half-Life style game, with adding a lot more silliness that the first Half-Life did have, but not in like abundance, which is fine. I think that regular Half-Life is good, but this is a really fun take on that kind of stuff. I'm gonna replay the introduction so you guys can kind of get a feel of what the game is like. That way you're not just sprung into anything with no premise. It is beautiful. Low poly, but beautiful. I'm facing the seat. Imagine like driving a new colleague or something to work and you're just like facing backwards. It's really
Almost
funny.
there.
Almost there. Thanks, New Zealand man. Some wild looking reflections.
So, ready for your first day?
No. I don't know what kind of credentials I have. I'm not sure. Not yet, at least. Man, it's bumpy. Out back. I can't remember where it says this location is. It's either...
There she is.
It is either Australia or New Zealand. How'd you see that? I even seen the water tower. This is such a chill game off the bat. Oh god. You can exit vehicles and share it by pressing jump.
Well, here we are. Time to get out. Out your hop.
Out your hop.
Well, here we are. Time to get out.
Okay. You watch him do his little Half-Life drive off. Put that tip out for you guys. I don't need to know how to sprint. I know how to sprint. Wait! Wait! Don't leave me! Unfortunate. Let's see. What is this thing? It's like a process. This thing that processes like rocks. You do like a quarry kind of deal. That's pretty cool. Man. Could you imagine just wandering into this kind of thing? This would be crazy. Like I would question everything that's around me. What's this? Just question everything around me. Oh my god, I could go to the bathroom immediately into this game. I don't know if I did that the first time or not. That's cool. That's fun to do. Hi, I work here. Beautiful. How you doing? You can't go to work. You're not allowed anymore. There we go.
Okay, you're the transfer, huh? You sure picked a day. Things a bit hectic downstairs this morning. Just grab your gate pal there. It'll help you get sorted.
I'm sure his hand's like in a fist, but it just looks like nubs.
When you've got your gate pal, I'll let you downstairs. Should work like your PDA at Springer, more or less.
Springer. So that's kind of giving us a hint on like who he is, because that is definitely interesting to hear these from Springer, but I don't know if that's like a location or a different kind of facility or something. I'm not quite sure. Give me this. Open the journal. For this game, so I know for Subnautica I didn't really do any of it, and I don't really plan to because I think it's not as useful. But in this game, reading the notes and reading about things is pretty interesting, so I think this will be more important. My gate pass stores useful data and communications, assuming it works like ones at the Springer facility. Yeah, so I think it's a different gate facility. It'll be locked to my security clearance, so it only provides data for sectors I've got access to. That's nice. Alrighty, downstairs I go, Jackson.
Sorted? Okay. Most of what you need should be in your gate, pal. Well, eventually. But you're good to go. Head down to the elevator. It'll take you down to induction, and they'll take care of you.
They're gonna put me out of my misery? No, okay. Radiation. When you encounter radiation, you'll see small specks or dots in your vision, increasing in intensity with the radiation strength. A little more hurt. Long-term exposure will harm you without protection. Okay. I'm gonna get some free medicine here, I think, somewhere. Why? Let me in. Oh, hey, bud.
Morning. Lift's down there. But first, you need a hard hat. Health and safety and stuff. Grab that one and chuck it on.
She sounds like I can just equip it right here.
So, you've got what you need.
A water
Head
bottle?
through the gate to my left.
How do I
down
get
to
out of
the
a hat?
elevator. It'll take you down to induction.
Thank you, Tracy. Hopefully we'll see you again. Darn it. Never find anything around here. I'm gonna... Goodbye, Tracy!
Welcome to the Gate Cascade Research
This is
Facility.
so cool. Okay, hey, who are you doing?
You are in the induction wing. The facility is currently
I would kind of
alert level precautionary.
both like hate
Please
and
listen
love
carefully
working in
to
a place like this.
and follow all security
What
instructions.
a big dude! I don't
Now
remember seeing that
arriving
guy.
at
Never.
staff processing.
Yay! I would love to work down here, but I also would like, if you have any kind of family, this is not the place you would work. Hold B to open the e-mobile. You can wave at the guard. Hi!
Hey, new transfer. I got pulled in from surface duty. The usual lady, she got called out to help downstairs. Happens. Chaos is kind of our thing around here. You seem a bit antsy. Just wait. I'll unlock the gate in a second. Now, I've never run someone through this, but it looks pretty straightforward. Coming from the Springer facility, you'll know the basics, but since we deal with specimens directly, everyone on staff has to know basic ECP. That's emergency containment procedures. Okay, now I have some instructions here that aren't really compatible with the current security situation around here, so we're just gonna improvise a bit. Bear with me. I'm gonna have you crawl through that vent down there. Consider it like chasing down an escaped specimen. You got a big brain, you got a big imagination, right?
No. Facts. But, where's it? Oh, down here. It's a long time since I played the introduction to this game, actually, since I played it a second time after this game came out, but I played it the first time. That's really when I took in everything. That was all the way back in May. So I don't quite like remember a lot of these details, and to be honest, there's a lot of lore dropped on you in the beginning of this game. What kind of... It's not even that far in. Wow. Okay. I kind of wish you could get back here. Get here, so you gotta climb a ladder. Ooh. Got me a little flashlight, as all games like this have. Any objects can be dismantled for resources, either broken with a proper weapon or taken apart by holding F. Vents can be destroyed or dismantled. I like that nice metal scrap that gives me for other things later. Toolbox. 2 wrenches? I don't think that's what that's supposed to be like.
If there's something in your way,
Oh, yes it is.
because I put it there, there should be a tool down there. Something you can smash the crate with. You might have to look around a bit. And don't worry about smashing stuff. Like we got a lot of crates. A lot of crates.
I'll smash all these crates. All of them. Give me them all. Beautiful. More crates. Get a bunch of resources right off the bat here, which is pretty chill, I will admit.
Oh, what the hell? This damn radio's acting up. There we go.
That sounds like someone talking to you, sir.
All morning.
Your radio is meant to be used.
Where were we? They want you to capture a creature. The lady who's supposed to do this, she took all the nets downstairs with her.
What?
Look around. Maybe you can make one out of something.
As a scientist, you find inspiration all around you. Gain new crafting recipes and ideas by picking up resources, interacting with items, packaging furniture, and the occasional email. Press C to access your crafting and research menu. Some recipes are craftable right away, but ideas must first be invented. You've learned the recipe for throw nets. Now craft some. That's nice. Ooh. Some nets. I got a lot. That's a lot of...
Oh, okay. I was just thinking I'd grab like a plastic bag for... You know what? This is why we do the jobs we do here at Gate. Go ahead and throw your
job
fantastic net on the dummy.
Gotcha.
Nice! You've got some athleticism in there.
Why he wiggling?
Somewhere. Now, real creatures might wriggle out of that one, but that's not a real creature. So, next step is special containment, isolation, wash hands, inoculate. You know what? Just stomp on it.
Stomp on it. Ah, the Isaac Clarke method. I love it.
Oh, brutal.
You put rebar in this
so
thing.
next up. What's going on with your leg there? Looks to me like you're bleeding. Look, we'll call this training. Basic first aid. Find some cloth and make a bandage.
Hurt me, thank God.
And just keep this between us for now. I'll buy you a beer in residence later.
There we go.
Sorry about that.
Now you can heal like this, like holding it out like this and left clicking, but you can also hold C down, which normally brings up your health and everything, and then it just
you did that way cleaner than I would have.
picks like whatever item you want to utilize for your first aid kits.
Looks like you can walk on it all right. Let's head you on through to the next room.
Feel
free to mosey.
I'm so sorry.
Check some stuff out. We got some weird crap going on today. Not gonna lie to you.
That sounds like it's your forte, though. This whole facility's forte, I should say. This is our big man, Dr. Mance. I don't know. He's very important. I don't know how.
Dr. Derek Mance reporting. Research Director, Gate Cascade Research Facility. After yesterday's fiasco, I've made a formal request to extend general anomaly storage.
I didn't even realize his mouth moves when he talks.
Requisitioned Ordo 113, only to discover that some effect from 221 had turned it permanently blue. I've made it clear to Henderson. This is not acceptable. Ordo subjects may be deemed low risk, but the range of phenomena is too diverse to jam them together like sardines.
Slap them together. Oh, so that's the other thing this game is like. So you slap Half-Life and SCP together. This is what Abiotic Factor is. So keep that in mind. They call them ISs, something like ISO something specimens, I believe. And those are just SCPs. That's what they are in this game. They're called SCPs. We'll read up on it. Gate operates several tiers of containment protocols. Lowest is Ordo, indicating an item, artifact, or entity is deemed benign or low risk and requires only basic precautions. There are several tiers above this, but I'll need higher security clearance than Blue to learn about them. Nice. Let's read our terminal. Let's get some reading in as we do more. So we can open our journal. Investigation by R. Moliere Cascade. Jane, What's this I'm hearing about an investigation into our security? Has anyone spoken to you about it? From Jane, relax, Richard. It doesn't concern anyone in your sector. It's the labs team. You know how they are. Always scared someone's leaking information. Mant suggested the executive committee thinks someone may be monitoring our data network. I thought that was impossible. The farm needs to know about this. We're the ones who work with data day in and day out. Look, Mance is great at theorizing, but sometimes he lets his imagination run away with the facts. It's all speculation at this point. We haven't detected anything beyond a few probing actions. Our data is secure. Let them know it's under control because it is. And then something about fungus. Some I-Man bank. Oh. Hey, you asked me to get in touch if we found any applications for new materials. You remember that fungus Lenora's team brought back? We did some tests. This stuff makes penicillin look like tap water. I reviewed the report. You're cleared for phase 2. Someone needs to go back there. We need more samples. The Silo 2 systems are online. I think another venture should be fine. I'll talk to TR. They're itching to get back in there. This does sound like an exciting place to like work though. And then we go back into this. Sounds like someone in the research room is conducting investigation and security. Thank you. A little extra lore here and there. You can buy snacks and drinks from the vending machine, or you can find like coolers like this. Water, delish. There we go. In we go.
So I'm betting they didn't have these at Springer. It says here, all gate staff at Cascade need to understand the facility's unique power system. It goes into a lot of detail only an egghead would want. No offense.
But I want the
Every
detail.
power socket here comes with its own little extension cable, and we build everything purpose-built for those sockets. So what you're gonna do, you need to package the heater, place it back down near the power socket, and then... Okay, now I know that was a lot. I'm getting some weird interference on my radio. I'm gonna leave you to the whiteboard down there. You might need a screwdriver. I'll get back to you in a minute.
A screwdriver and some paper. Now we can package things, so it just means
Station 3, what's
kind of
going on? Over.
Box them up, put them in your inventory, and you can see that it's got the lines indicating it's got a kind of heavier than normal weight. So I got 52 scrap on me, and that's indicating that that's at like a high weight with 15 pounds. Just keep that in mind if you're wondering why that little thing exists down there. Socket has a little radius as well. It's kind of nice. Lets you see where it can be reached from. So creep me the hell out. Now you get to use a screwdriver to rebuild it when it's in its little blueprint phase. There you go. Take the little socket. There's a cool little like animation for his the rope to it, and then you just connect them.
Hey, nice work plugging in that plug. We're done here. There's some stuff on this list, cool. But I don't reckon you're gonna need it. That's why you've got people like me around. Keep you safe. Looks like I gotta check on
sure
some situation topside. So yeah, head to the elevator. It'll take you down to residences. Real cozy stuff. Clipboard here says you're looking for a Dr. Khan? It sounds familiar. I guess he's in charge of the rest of your orientation. Alright, onward to science.
I do like that.
For one of us anyway.
I do like that phrase though, the onward to science kind of stuff. I don't know if I've spoken too much about it, but I am very like science focused in my head. I love science. It was definitely probably my favorite in high school.
This is a high priority safety broadcast.
Everything's okay, I swear.
Level 7. Due to an active security situation.
What?
Advanced safety precautions are in effect.
Saw a completely new power and electrical
This
system.
elevator will be redirected to offices level 1. Please remain in
There's
place
7 levels
and
in
wait
this one?
for security team assistance.
Curious now if there's 7 levels. Alrighty, back to the main menu again. It's kind of nice. It points you to enter the facility. So we're going to start a new game. This one will be single player only. Right now I'm not going to play with friends. I might play with friends at some point. We'll see. We're gonna have to start over and it's gonna bug us a little bit, but that's fine. World name. Time or science. Difficulty, you got hard, apocalyptic, and normal. We're gonna go normal. I really don't want to try to struggle here. There's my server name, my username typically. And I believe that's all there is to it right now. I don't really need sandbox settings right now. An abiotic factor. Your character is saved on a per world basis. This means your character's traits, skills, items, equipment, and progress are all tied to a given server. Visual customization is stored locally and carried between servers. You need to select a job and starting traits for your character with each new world, which you'll do now. Understood. So, this is the other little quirk of this game. It's similar to things like, this part is similar to Project Zomboid, as far as I can tell, where you pick like a job that gives you certain stats to start with, and then you can allocate points to traits, which help you in certain situations. Your science skill will grow over time, but your chosen profession gives you an immediate skill advantage. Ask yourself, what kind of scientist are you? Hover over a job to learn more about them. So, lab assistant, you're fresh, you're green, and probably in way over your head, but what you lack in skill, you make up in sheer ambition, speed, and staying out of everyone's crosshairs. So if you want to do this class, it's going to recommend stealth to you. Stealth might be kind of cool, but I don't think I would want to do that particularly. At least not in my mind. The epimedical bionomicist. It's a cook. Or a medic, I should say. They're like a healing. Research on live subjects has taught you everything about the human body, especially injuries, harm, and ailments. Your medical abilities are considerably more advanced than your colleagues, and you gain extra first aid HP when crafting medical items. That's nice. You also get some agriculture, which is kind of cool. I didn't realize that. Kinematic researcher. For someone with 2 PhDs, you're surprisingly robust. You're quick and kinetically resilient, decently fit, and can take a few knocks. Your autonomic system is under control. A defensive combat. So this one, I like to go with this one typically. This kind of helps with combat in this game. There's going to be a bit of combat in this game. The Archotechnic Consultant. It wasn't your look or sparkling conversation that got you here. It was your impressive facility with fabrication and tooling. You gain extra construction HP when crafting furniture and other construction objects. A suggested role as a builder. Now that's the cool thing though. I do like this one too. Get some strength, some construction off the bat, and some crafting. It's a pretty good one to start with, especially because base building is roughly at least a third of this game roughly is base building and like maintaining a home area. Phytogenic botanist. You chose the lab over the farm, but never lost your touch with plants. You know biosciences, genetics, and how things grow, even Gates' most exotic specimens. That's a weird way to write that sentence. You gain extra agricultural XP when crafting farming items, and you can be a gardener. That's cool too. I do like the amount of different things you can kind of be in this game. Here we go, the somatic gastrologist. Gastrologist? What a weird word. Is a chef. A deep understanding of nutrition, physiology, and biochemistry means you know how to look after yourself. There's no question, you get out what you put in. You gain extra cooking XP when crafting cooking items. You get to be a chef. I like cooking, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. Whenever I play with friends, they're often doing the cooking, and I appreciate that wholeheartedly. I'd rather be out searching and helping look for things and grabbing stuff for them. The paratheoretical physicist. Your knowledge may be theoretical, but you know everything about how objects move through space and spend a lot of time planning new gadgets and inventions. You gain extra crafting XP when inventing item recipes. Interesting. Throwing, crafting, sneaking, reloading, construction. This would be pretty good actually too. I actually really like the ranged in this game. I learned in my like a little bit of my last time playing this that the melee is really good if you build right, but it's a little harder to do. The defense analyst. You're one of the brightest officers on the defense team, and you could have been a scientist yourself. There's a small rift between you and your egghead colleagues, but they respect your strategy, and this one's a more offensive one. This is also what I think this is what I normally go for, because this is the one that gives you kind of a base fighting kind of style, which is fortitude, strength, blunt, reloading, and accuracy. Is that the reloading's a little better with this one. You don't get any accuracy, but you get some construction, you get some sneaking, and you get a lot more crafting. And you get a lot more starting points. I might do the para-theoretical physicist. Summer return is not anything. You haven't quite earned your PhD yet, but judging by the state of things, you're not going anytime soon. This lets you just start off with like what you kind of want. But I'll go as the para-theoretical. Here's that zomboid thing where the traits you can pick. Adding negative traits gives you points to start with. Adding positive traits takes those points away. There's a lot of them to go through. I probably won't read the descriptions because that'll take us a while. I already took a while with the first one anyway. But let's see what would be kind of good. Fatigue slower, that's kind of nice. Hobby chef could be cool. Fanny pack, that's a big one. Ooh, 2 extra hot bars. Let's try that. Let's get that, and then we'll get something that's +2. No, that's the other. That's not the worst in the world, I would say. Ladder of steel, it's not too bad. Buff brain, that's really good. Lead belly. I could see how this one would be majorly beneficial. I do kind of like that one. The one strength is kind of nice. Strength is really useful because you're moving a lot of stuff a lot. Fire eater, I don't know. Kind of good. That's definitely good. But I just want something that's like that so I can get a +2. What is slow learn? Ooh, I don't like that one. I don't like that one either. I want to get the buff brainiac, but that means I need a +3. What are other +3s? Getting thirsty, 20% fast. That's not that bad though, actually, and hardy art is not too bad either. They are kind of annoying. This one I actually don't care too much. I'm not a sneaky one, even though I got level 1 in sneaking. Painfully obvious is not as bad. Let's do that one. And then that way we can get maybe the buff brainiac. What's another 4? Just to make sure. I can't be inconspicuous because I'm painfully obvious. Night Owl's not too bad. And then wrinkly. You have a palatable neuro gain. Ooh, that's just better actually. Never mind. There we go. Learning skills in progress where your job and traits cannot be changed. I am ready. The cafeteria. I came through here. This elevator looked way bigger a second ago. Can I sit? I can sit. Come to work and immediately just like, I'm just gonna sit in the cafeteria and wait till someone looks at me. I can't use all the popular kids. Anyway.
I don't think we've met.
Hello, Dr. Thule.
Ah, you're stuck here too, eh? I came down from level 8 for a coffee. Now I'm locked in here for God knows how long. It'll be those fools on level 3 overreacting again. Looks like Jaeger's locked out. Typical.
I didn't even think you could see him from here.
Maybe
I was like wondering why you pointed that way.
But take your time. He's insufferable.
Insufferable. Dr. Ulrich Thule. Let's read up on our new friend we just met. He's a physicist. A theoretical physicist. No, I'm a different kind. Coffee aficionado, committed cynic. And Dr. Thule has a few friends among the gate staff, but like many of his kind, is tolerated for his regular insights and occasional brilliance. He's mean, but quite smart. But I'll take it. now that I've looked at this area a few times. I've started in this area. You don't really come back here as much after you get out of this area. I kind of feel they want you to make this a base of operations. I just don't think that it's as valued as a base as it probably wants to be. Let me in. It looks... Maybe don't let me in. Actually, now that I think about it. Duct tape. Give me all this beautiful duct tape and that calculator. That's it. Tech scrap allowed. Let's do some searching. I just want that thing really quick. Can I get through here? Nice plant. Oh. It'd be kind of nice to have a thing where you had to like water these plants, but I'd understand that would be aggravating. But you can hit C, by the way. Oh, look, I got my little extra bars down there. That's cool. C's for crafting everything. You got all these different recipes you'll find later on, and we'll get to that as we go. There's already a couple we start with, which is quite interesting. I could show you how this works. So it starts off as an idea for an item. And typically it's going to have you like, it's not punishing in any way. It just maybe makes you think of like what would go into something like a crafting bench in the first place. Because it's so early on, you might think of simple items. I'm definitely going to say this. The borders also indicate what kind of item goes into it. We haven't found any glue yet, so I'm going to think it's going to be tape, and then it can't be anything but this, because there's only one of those two. Think of it, and there you go. Primary crafting apparatus, allowing crafting of more advanced recipes and creates a safer home space. Nice. And then we also have an energy brick. I believe that's called a battery normally. So I don't know what any of these are, but I do know that one of these and one of these. We'll just try plastic for now. And then we'll just go in order, just for the sake of it. Nope. So it kicks out the things it's not. It instead needs a fan, and it needs a CPU. There you go. A purpose-made power housing, used for crafting electronics that require power. Nice. Nice. Anyway, onwards we go. Let's be one of those weirdos and look in a trash can. We got all those recipes we had in that little tutorial. Except for that. Another load of a what? Got some paper, so you can make paper by breaking out a plank. We got our nets back, which we can actually make some. Why not? Let's make some. I feel like it might be useful just to have a couple on me anyway. Got this, a landing cushion. A cushion for dampening falls. This will not prevent all ranges of fall damage, so you can't drop from like the ceiling or something onto it. Let's see. Let's crawl on some of it. I can't go. Unfortunate. Let's try the middle one. It's crap. Duct tape, but I can't go anywhere else. It's really Goldilocks-ing me, this fence right now. The third one is the one it seems to be just right. What a cool looking facility, I will admit. I really hope the facility I came from was just as cool, but it doesn't sound like it. What's over there? I'm hearing some wild sounds, by the way. Let's see, what's over this way? I don't think I normally go this way. I see why. I don't believe I can go through that yet. Or at all, as far as I know. Lost scrap. What is that thing? I'm trying to determine what it looks like from like a Half-Life point of view. These guys are cool though. We'll learn about their names a little bit later, but if you get near them, these ones are really simple. They don't do anything. They kind of hold you in place, so you can't run away. You can't back off of them or nothing like that. You can get closer to them. If you step on them, can they like hurt you? No, they just kind of like you being next to them. But they're carbuncles now. You just stop them a couple times, like that. And collect them. We'll collect this for now, and then I'm just gonna drop them on the ground because I don't want to be carrying that radiation for that long. We're gonna see more of these later. Did you just ram a socket and die? That's crazy. A gaming brain. Okay, good. They made that just tall enough. Like, I want to jump into it to see what happens. So now we can learn about a carbuncle. I kept thinking carbuncle, but it's carbuncle. It is carbuncle. Right at the bottom, because he's not super important up there, apparently. So, a carbuncle. So he is the IS, as in like something specimen. Containment protocols for them. Designation SYNC AGIN. I don't know what those are. Containment protocols IS 0171A is to be isolated by a perimeter of cordon with a radius of 12 feet or greater at all times. No personnel may approach within 10 feet unless wearing full face and body protective wear conforming to GISP bioprotective standards at all times. Full decontamination required on all equipment exposure to IS 171A. Man, reading that after getting like licked by it, I would feel disgusting or more concerned. Oh, we learned about this in the orientation. Throw a net on him, and then you just stomp on the little guy. But this one doesn't have. Oh, I'll grab that. Bioscrap doesn't have radiation or anything. We learned of that earlier. It's nice. I always like good and kind of more intuitive tutorials. Hi, Dr. Duel. I would think my colleague's a madman if I heard him yelling at me from my vent. Learn about the pest now. That's what they're called, those little guys. The pest. Containment protocols for IS 173A is to be separated from researchers by barriers a minimum of 8 feet in height at all times unless subject is sedated or dead. Acoustic baffling is suggested for all containment environments, and loud noises are used, so power equipment is strongly discouraged. Subject is to be fed remotely. And this is kind of nice. It tells you it's weak to blunt damage. So if you want, you can take like wrenches or something, and duct tape, and a screwdriver. We really need that screwdriver. I just remember it had pinned recipes up here. I really don't need those pinned quite yet. We're just turn those pins off. Hi, Dr. Duel, I'm on a different part of the vent now. And you're thinking me more and more a madman. Being in our vents. Dude, this man's got some incredible, like, core and stamina. I can't for life. Imagine walking this long, crouched like this. That feels like it would be awful for me. Just like before, we learned we can break things down. So we learned we can dismantle. So we're gonna grab that. Oh my god, there's new things to dismantle. New things to craft, sorry. And dismantle, I guess. We can make a vacuum. You need to invent this. Alright, let's see. We're gonna do biomass, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this, and this. It does need that though. And it needs a biological component. Vacuum. Oh. I was like, why would you need that biological component for that? And I didn't even consider it's using it like a sack, it's like the bag of a vacuum. Super powerful makeshift vacuum, good for sucking up items and maybe even small critters. Should try to make that. I've never used it. Maybe I'll try to make one of everything in this playthrough. That'd be kind of a cool concept. Chef's counter, let's see. Let's throw some things in here and see what we get. Oh my god, first try that time. Large two-sided station allows both the creation of food recipes and the prepping of fish. They did add fishing in this game at some point. And I've yet to get too much of it because you could do it way earlier on in the game, but where I've seen it and put in is kind of further in. And now we got the boom bait as well, a device that emits a beeping noise to attract enemies, then a damaging detonation. Oh, so it does blow. Craft something. I haven't ever used any of these. And as you can tell, I'm good at throwing. So let's climb down this ladder. I believe that is the exact sound effect from Half-Life for that climbing, which is pretty neat. I used to want to get like really good at throwing in this game, and I didn't know what it was, and now I know. So if we toss him, this little guy comes to inspect it. That's a long time. That's so anticlimactic. Oh my god, that was crazy. I was expecting like a way bigger boom, and that's not at all what happened. Okay, they're kind of fun to use. Maybe I'll try them out more. I'll make throwing a little more prevalent in this game for me now. Hop over. Just collect as much of this as we can. Nice. You ever hear that weird sound? That's always indicating a terminal is nearby, which is, it is a very weird sound, I will admit. Let's get to our reading, shall we? Cooking. Hey, Imamura, I'm looking for a gift for a friend of mine who loves cooking. Any thoughts? They want to be a chef? Give them a knife. Until you chop it up, you can't cook it, and then it shows a nice little JPEG of a steak. I learned how to make a shiv out of that. I'm in prison now, apparently. Let's see. It's in the tool section. A hastily made blade for stabbing things. Don't expect it to last. I imagine with something that looked like that, I don't think any of it's gonna last. That's a nice bassy alarm. I like that alarm. That's a good one. Another guy. Have that. That takes so incredibly long to go off. I don't know how much I'm gonna want to stick around to make sure my... He didn't even like pay enough attention to it. I'm gonna grab some knives and some claw scraps. That's also a nice thing. You can check, look at something. I'm gonna use our combat here. Come at me. You floating porcupine. How do you propel yourself in the air? And then if you're cooking, you can always cut them up like that and then take it. You have a nice little pork chop here. Beautiful. Oh my god, there's another one. Come here. Here, little guy. Bad. 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 And, oh, come on. There you go. I'm curious. Let's cook this real quick. So we got a little pan here. The stove seems to be on. I actually don't think I can cook it in this pan, but we're gonna see if I can. Nope, I can only pick it up. There we go. We can cook it. Nice little introduction to cooking. I didn't think this would... How you doing, bud? Do you want some when it's done? Not much of a talker, are you? I can't remember. Breath of the Wild has this, I think. I didn't play Breath of the Wild, but I'd seen it cooking. And I'm sure a lot of survival games have this kind of cooking, which is you have to sit here and wait. It will be this kind of raw looking color, the same color it was when you put it on. But you must wait and be patient for it. Man, it's sweating like onions. Drain the water out of this bad boy, is it? Got any tips? Oh, there it goes. You remove it, you got a perfectly cooked food. What's my food at? I'm a little thirsty, not really though, of all four of my things. So we're gonna take a munch of that. Now my food's a little up, and they got that pork chop. I usually like to keep my food bar as high as possible. I'll use claw scrap, thank you. Rummage through trash can like a true little scavenger man that I am. Go out that way. You can wash yourself. The only reason that's important is because sometimes you'll get gross, and being gross means more likely for infection. Let's look at some of these recipes, by the way, that we saw earlier. This looks like wood and plastic. Perfect. What a nice little box I can make later. A little plastic shield. Tape. And the tray. It's always going to have, if you find the item that springs the idea to life, it's always going to be one of the items. So I found the tray, and that's what made me think of it. So that's one of the items. Cloth grab? Nice! A shield made from a plastic tray. I don't feel like that's a shield. A carbuncle crown. It's a plastic scrap and then some tape. Nope. I'm assuming the carbuncle. Here's the armor. What's up, man? Fancy hat cobbled accordingly from carcass of a contemptible carbuncle. Kind of nice. And then you got a cushioned chest plate. I need a powered bench right now, or else I would make that. Anything is better than nothing. Keep that in mind. And you can make a little water bottle with plastic straps. These are kind of nice. I would recommend making these later on, but right now, just suck down this water here. Get her cooled up. This little area is teaching you temperature, so on the bottom left of the screen, you can see my temps are going down pretty fast, and now very cold. We're gonna stay out of there, because I kind of want this pipe though. I don't know what real negative comes. We can actually check. Over here. You can always check statuses here and health issues. So I'm chilly, or uncomfortably chilly, and I'm sure if I stayed in there, it would get even worse. Okay, you want like a little beeper? Kind of get away from it. Let us observe scientifically what happens to this guy when he gets hit by it. A little quicker would be lovely. Oh, he almost walked away. Perfect, I don't want to come up yet. Nice, we can make all these things now. We're gonna take all of them because they're all very useful. These are your standards of medical right here. These 3 items. There's some few others that'll be part of later, but these 3 items are pretty much the standards. Healing syringe, I believe it makes sense to have that. Need a lot of like weird stuff for this one, I think. Yeah, biomass, and then these antivirus wheats, which we don't know where are at all yet. Directly restores lost health over a period of time. This can also revive downed allies, but is not necessary. Does not stop bleeding or cure any other ailments, so it's not very necessary right now. I can't get out through that way. So let's go through this way. Beautiful. Get a little knife out. It's my only protection.
Over here.
Hello. My good sir, Dr. Jaeger.
Oh, you're new. Looks like that little pest damaged the power system. Can you get someone to fix it?
What do you mean?
But hurry, would you? I'm not enjoying standing around out here. It was hours last time. I don't feel safe at all.
It was hours last time that you were stuck out here? Sorry, little dude. I can't have you munching. You're really easy to dodge. Sharp is already good. Oh, I'll show you that list in a second. So you can view your skills with K, as you can see. Look at how many skills you got. This is very Zomboid right here. This one scene is very much like that. You can see everything you have. Pure theory. Oh yes, he's a theoretical scientist, but I'm a paratheorist. So you got sprinting, strength, throwing, sneaking, blunt, sharp, accuracy, reloading, fortitude, crafting, construction, first aid, cooking, agriculture, and now fishing was a new skill that was added alongside the fishing stuff. These all get upped by doing things. The really important skills to probably keep in mind are strength, And then some of the combat skills, of course, are pretty up there. And then crafting and construction. We go in here, find all this nice stuff, and grab everything. Except that flashlight. I don't think I need that. There we go. Nothing else in here. I can... Fun little quirk. If you get a rolly chair, you can roll with it. And since you're sitting down, you're like resting, which means you don't get tired when you're resting. And then you're just rolling around. I've gone long distances with this method just to not fall asleep or something, and just because I also think it's hilarious. We're not gonna do that though, it gets annoying. Broken. Feel free to use for spare parts. Beautiful.
Here at the Gate Cascade Research Facility, safety and security demand we take our primary power network offline at night. All major power outlets are shut down, as well as most pathway lighting.
I love this
However, if your research or study requires a source of energy during nocturnal hours, protocols permit the use of approved battery and electrical storage systems to power your project when the lights go out. If you do plan on working late, please request a...
Shush. I think this is designed to be... This room specifically in this first area is designed to be your actual, like, proper base. Because they have like a kitchen, it has sink water. It doesn't have like a stove or anything, which is unusual to me. I love this. This is nice. The opening up when you've checked it and there's nothing in it. That's super nice, by the way. I'm gonna give me a cup of coffee. Somehow it generated a mug. I'm full. What do I not really need the bioscrap, at least right now? Now I can drink it. Beautiful, an old familiar friend. There we go. Now I have a couple extra like perks and everything. I got caffeinated and toasty tummy. Means I can survive the cold. The reason they gave you this little guy is because you want like blunt things for breaking stuff. And a light table is quite the definition of that. I will need to drop a few things. I don't need a frying pan right now. I don't need the mug, and I don't need nets really as much. Maybe for later. Okay. So, as you can see, we've seen this before, this little design. It needs a power brick. It tells you it needs a power brick, energy brick. We're going to build right out here real fast. You can go into your C, construct, and then I can already make a crafting bench. Now keep in mind, I'm going to toss this other screwdriver on the ground. Keep in mind that a crafting bench is quite heavy, weight 30 pounds, and so I don't know the negative of walking for too long with this. Reaches 90%, you'll be severely slowed and become far more prone to leg injuries. Wow. I actually didn't know that. You deploy it from here, you right click on it, deploy it, and then slap the bad boy down. Grab our trusty little screwdriver. Just go to town on this bench. Beautiful. Connect them. There we go. Oh lordy, I got so many more things. Let's do this real fast. Just get some random ones in there. I assume that. Nope, needs a coil then. Thank you. This will be very important. This is a very important bench later on, but the anvil is not something to find super easy, I believe. Cloth scraps we can now consume and make. Duct tape we can make. We can now make some batteries. Let's see. Just gonna find those three. No, let's try that. And the coil then. Like I said, no real negative to doing that. It's just faster if you can figure it out faster. Small battery, nice. As you heard from that TV show, that's my favorite ever. That The light turns off at night, power turns off at night, meaning sometimes if you want to keep doing stuff into the night, not sleep, you need a battery. Base defense, I can make a barricade. Not even that much stuff, thankfully. Found another thing. This one's really useful, so we need claw scrap and probably this size. Let's make one of those. Those are super useful off the bat. Make those, and you can make a makeshift frying pan, which we don't need. We have a regular frying pan just sitting right up in there. Put that boy on there. I look like I'm going to school. But it gave me 3 extra slots, which are very useful. Oh, we gotta make an energy brick. So, we need that in resources and components. We have everything.
Hurry!
Why? What do you sense?
You need to open the door now.
I've never sat here for too long and listened to it. Why is he?
Just get it open.
I'm so confused. I of course know what happens next, but how does he? There's nothing behind him. There's no like indication of danger. So what is he yelling about? We will hurry though. That's what I'm worried about. I'm very confused how he knew that was happening. I bleed. Unfair. You're so much stronger than me. There you go, little guy. And now I must use my bandage. I got my nice little... Does anyone else remember? It's a terrible place, but it was the Adult Swim Games website, which was like the Flash games for Adult Swim stuff. It's kind of more non-kid friendly, like Flash games. There was the ones that were like the hospital one, which I feel like derives from like, I feel like that's what that one funky hospital game came from. That was like all the rage back in the day. But like, yeah, you'd have to save like people's lives, and that like cut animation thing looks just like the ones from that game where you have to like sew them back up or something like that. Let's read about our next little dude, the Picari. Crucius. Containment protocols. Any containment space for IS-178A specimens must measure no more than 3 by 3 square, ensuring the subject is then unable to obtain a velocity greater than 5 meters per second. You don't want them to run, of course. All walls and flooring should be reinforced to GISP standards for blast shielding and be electrically grounded to 2 megavolts. Subjects must be contained separately and fed remotely. They are weak against blunt. That's really good to know. We will be using blunt damage against them then. Let me just check on something a mere second now. Alrighty, perfect.
Attention.
Attention.
Enhanced security protocols are now in effect. Please locate security personnel and follow evacuation procedures.
Why do I see nobody evacuating?
Hey, do I know you?
No. You don't, Warren.
Look, I don't know what's going on. They don't tell me squat on a good day, and this isn't a good
Me
day.
nearly being mauled to
But
death
if the
definitely
big voice
contributes
says,
to it
"Get
not being
out,"
a good day.
I'd do what she says. Elevators are dead, so head for the main tunnel in manufacturing on level 2. There's maps over there. But me, I'm staying right here.
Would you look behind him? He's got like so many canned peas. I do feel like this man could live here for like, I'm sure it would be like torturous in a sense, but he could live here for a very long time with like that amount of peas. It'd be an awful time, but I'm sure he could do it. This is kind of there is like trading, like traders in this game, vendors, he's one of them, and as time goes on, he gets like new stuff that he'll trade for. But as you can see with his mini canned peas, if you bring him like I think a soda, I think that's what that is, a soda, he'll get you canned peas. It's a really funky system, and I'll go into it when I need to do it. Charging station available all hours except for at night. I don't believe these work when you're at night. Let's read. This damn facility. Power sockets are on a timer. I was working on mass dampeners and the place just shut down. You know those have to warm up for hours. Now I have to start all over again. And then just to keep an eye on your wristwatch, don't start a task you can't finish before the facility power goes out. Why the hell were you working at midnight anyways? Get some rest. We can't afford to make mistakes. T. Now, I'm just like realizing something. This is the first time I've noticed this in these playthroughs, that T is how you look at your wristwatch in this game. March 16th, 1993. Interesting. 8:10 a.m., 68 degrees, and it's daytime, and it tells you the day of the week. So it's I believe it's probably a Sunday through Saturday thing. So it's now Tuesday. Yeah, that says T, and I'm wondering if some people might just try T and then get that. Like a little dude down there, a little battery. Take our map. Now we can see if we go to the office sector, we can open the map up and navigate like that. Nice. It says evacuate sector via manufacturing. Huh, okay. Anything else good in here? Hammer is really good, I'll take that. Level 2 reception, security office, gym, and pool. I don't have any kind of hacking. Office sector, let's read about it. Locations, administrative office sector, administration management. The office. I'm having some struggles right now. The office sector is the Gate Cascade Research Facility's main center of administration, and I'll let that go for now. It comprises 12 levels. My god. Office sector comprises 12 levels? That's absurd. What's Hive from Resident Evil? Well, several repurposed silos. Once used for storing gas, water, and ore, these immense spaces now house key perforation research systems. Perforation. Nice. I didn't know at all that that had 12. I hear a little dude. Where is he? They just hanging out in there, having a good time. So a little fun fact, I didn't know this until the last time I played it, and I played through the first time a lot, but I didn't know this. So I've always wondered, why is there a kick function on some of these doors? I was really curious if you had enough strength, maybe you could kick like a door open if it's locked or something, but that felt like it was like not right. I did learn if you kick it, it would normally, yeah, just kills or damages things. For these little dudes, it kills them. Oh my god, he's trying. He's stuck down there. Oh, like watching a very angry zoo exhibit. This way. Man, he's so smart. He didn't listen to me. We'll go in there. I want to see what's in there. What a nice space. Hey, little guy. Stop these. Oh, there we go. Conference table. There's a 96 chance for me to break it. I'm not going to break it. Pick up that paper instead. I believe the higher your construction skill, the less likely these will break. Dr. Mance.
Dr. Derek Mance reporting. Research Director, Gate Cascade Research Facility. Originating in Antiverse 2. IS-171 is a stationary sessile entity that tracks its food with a retractable tentacle. The experience of being caught is rather like being attacked by an angry pizza. It presents no real threat, but leaves an enduring, not entirely unpleasant smell on anything it touches.
I was talking about the...
Suggestions for possible applications include perfume, industrial scents, and olfactory-based crowd control weapons.
He's talking about the carbuncles, I believe. Oh, it showed me where I'm going. Okay. Let's try to go immediately that way then. No sense in holding up right now. Nice little spot. That's a really cool sculpture. I like that a lot. A couch here. Go down this way. There's a lot of beautifully industrial down here. Go down this ladder and discover this leads to nothing. Break some boxes. I got money. I can break whatever I want. I will be taking all of this, including that glue. A pipe club. Wrong one. Let's look at it, shall we? Pipe club. Some glue in this. There we go. Needs a required power bench. So you can see it does 8 damage. Nice makeshift screwdriver. I don't believe I ever need to make a makeshift screwdriver. I think if you want to leave your screwdriver home and then build something later, I guess that's the reason you would. But I don't know why you would. As you notice, it does 1 less damage to the desk leg compared to the pipe wrench. Pipe club. I was like, I know it has a name. You okay, bud? Working?
The soldiers came through. They locked down manufacturing. Wanted information about the silos on level 3. They weren't gatekeepers. They were something else.
Madmen.
I couldn't tell them
covered me
anything.
in raspberry jam and left me here. I'm definitely allergic to raspberry jam.
Use the forklift to open the door. Get out of here.
Who jammed
the
it
surface
underneath?
tunnel.
Did you do that? Did you try to like save it and then smacked it and then covered yourself in raspberry jam? Nice. How you doing, big guy? Beautiful, man. You say hibernating usually come out at night. They are the most... Having a good time, I hear. These are gonna be some of the most annoying things to work against. I will tell you now. We're gonna come up against them at some point. I'll tell you that much. And they are not on. What? Full inventory. Little shortcut. Efficiency. So, find someone who knows more about power cells. Well, I don't know anyone yet. Let's look around, shall we? Ooh, administration packet. So, I didn't, see this the first time around, I would say. But I looked at this after a long time of playing and realized this is showing me supposed gate cascade facilities around the world. There's I think 17 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and a little guy there, 17. Actually, I think there's 2 right there. That might be 18. That's 18 different gate cascade facilities. And I talked about how the developers of this game, one, this is an incredible game. Everyone should play this. This is so fun. Play with friends. I recommend it. Playing by yourself is pretty fun too, but playing with friends is really the crux of it and really the good way to play. But if they so desired, and I know they wouldn't, because if I were someone developing games at some point, I probably wouldn't either. But if they so desired, they could make games off every one of these cascade facilities or DLCs or whatever, and I think that would be so fun and so cool, and that could give them so many years worth of game development if they desired to. I do think that, though, it isn't viable to do that. But just keep in mind, that's a lot of lore they could throw around at us. Oh, I'm gonna drop. What I want to drop the second knife. I don't think I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna pick up these pens really quick. Go over here real fast. Let me look at some stuff. A stapler. Some new things. I don't really need to even research them though. That's good. Except this guy. Pens. Obviously pens, probably, because that's the thing I found when I found it. And glue. My arts and crafts. That's a fun one. Cloth wrap. So there, see, even that early on, you can learn how to make a fishing rod. That's pretty cool. This allows you to create a downward slide. I've never used this. I might try to way more often because that could be very useful, actually. Office supply crossbows. This is a notice to all Cascade technical staff. We have received some complaints from team members about misuse of office supplies, up to and including creating improvised weapons from flinging projectiles across the cubicles. We here at the gate understand and commend your ingenuity as scientists. After all, it's why you work here, but if you want to continue working in this department, knock it off. We're gonna make this little guy. So, this is your first, like, really ranged weapon in the game. I love this little dude. I'm gonna definitely be using it. I mentioned this before, but your security bots are a menace. They don't seem to distinguish employees at all. And whose idea was it to get them to restock the soda machines? I understand the goal, but there's a ton of valuable equipment in those things, which would have been a lot more useful elsewhere. Moira, why are you telling me this? I'm not in charge of security or procurement. If you're serious, try Anderson. He okayed the workman project, and I have never had any problems with the bots. I stay out of the halls when we shut down for the night, like you're supposed to. Let them do their jobs. We're making valuable strides here. Look at this little dude. Hey, little guy. Yeah, they're bad. They don't see you as an employee. They don't see anyone as an employee. So if you're out at night, they see you as a threat. He's having a good time still. What happened to the anvils in our workshop? I needed it to repair some of my tools, but it's gone. Sorry, that was us. Check the supply closet on level 3 by the silo. We're doing some heavy repairs up there. Needed solid working surfaces. That sort of explains the noise complaints. Please let us know beforehand next time. And as I remember telling you, their anvils are kind of harder to come by, so we'll hopefully see that a little bit later. But I'm holding a fan. I've never seen that little, like, he's just like carrying it. Not funny. Let's look at our little things real quick. I'm so sorry if you don't like reading. I apologize deeply. Apparently there are anvils in a supply room on level 3. Thank you for telling me. People, we got the, what's his name now? Okay, look about Wern. Sydney Sider, turned subterranean security specialist. What a tongue twister. Warren signed up expecting good pay and a fairly relaxed job. The shift to Cascade hasn't gone quite as expected for this ex-Hugie Mall cop. Damn, what a jump. Mall cop to like a security guard at like a high-end like research facility. That's kind of a cool jump. T.R. Anderson, responsible for overseeing implementing containment processes and protocols across all gate facilities. Well, he seems like an important man then. And Dr. Richard Moyer, a bureaucrat who believes enlightenment is impossible in the absence of order. Nice. Water. Make sure we grab any kind of medication. How dare you yell at me like that? What to drop? I'll drop it. Drop this. But I feel like that's less important. I'll find more of it later. Try to get as much as we can. Huh.
I thought they were coming to help, but they weren't gatekeepers. They started shooting. I wasn't trained for this. I'm just a receptionist. I heard their radios, something about level 3. I'd stay away if I were you.
I think this has more than mine. Yes, it does. By 3. Take all these pens.
Hide somewhere. But not here, alright? Close the door!
Why do I have, like, articulate fingers and you guys don't? You guys have, like, little nubs. That's why. Can I pick you up? Good. Here you little guy. Nice. Take down fast. Repair some more stuff because it's cool. Gives me some cool things. So fun fact, when I started this game, this was our first base in this game. It's a really tiny space. It's actually pretty cool. I think only has one outlet in it. But it's good for what you need of it, I think. But I won't be doing that as a base location by any means. And there's even a few places I would say are good locations. But what you really need is a place that's like semi-close to like restrooms and has some kind of like, I would say the best case would be having like food and drink nearby.
Life at Gate can be demanding, so it's important to remember that resting is key to staying in good health.
I really like I just sit on the couch.
Simply taking a moment to sit down, even on the floor, will give you the energy boost you need to get through your day.
They don't have any other shows on this?
While resting in any form helps to promote healing.
They do give you useful tips. I don't want them right now. This right here is, I have to make a temporary base no matter what, but this right here is probably where the first big base is going to go, because this is a really nice location for it. It has a lot of the things you need in here, excluding kind of excluding I think like a kitchen, but there might be a place back somewhere else that might have a kitchen. Hey, more places. The second map for level 2. Nice stuff. All that. Want to get this door open? We need another energy brick. Those aren't too hard to make, of course. Break down some stuff. There we go. You can see my table leg is nearly broken. Typically, it's weird to say, but typically you actually want that bar in that yellow for your carrying capacity, as that's what helps your strength grow the fastest, and that's a very interesting way to do it. I actually kind of like it like that. It's a cool system in my opinion. Not a ton of enemies off the bat, super useful. I'm gonna pick up this lead vest because this is gonna give us a little bit of armor, but make us a tad slower. I can make these things? Oh, I can. Like that. Oh, you missed. Gotcha, guy. Test tubes, beautiful. Glow sticks, and a wall torch. Nice. What can we grab in here? Other than 4 billion things to learn how to make, I'm gonna say this. That's a trap and a hose, maybe? Beautiful. I'm gonna assume this is similar. A bag, plastic traps, and a tube. There you go. Beautiful. A soup bowl. I would like to inform you that's a coffee pot. But go ahead if you really believe in it. Stapler and a hose. Plastic. Chair leg. Interesting. Is there anything in here I gotta grab? No? Okay. In the walls? I like the concept that I came to work and immediately began breaking down everything known to man I could find. Nice little shortcut. Probably not. How do I take that out? Look at them like little bowls. Little matador bulls, just do that. Tomato seeds. That's nice to know that's here.
Dr. Derek Mance reporting, Research Director.
Give me your knowledge,
We now believe IS-171, or the carbuncle, as Peters was calling it, is the larval form of IS-173, and almost certainly 178. Dr. Pendleton speculates there may also be a fourth state we have not yet encountered, and I believe she may be correct. If this is correct, it is an extraordinary shift in our understanding.
Now, I will say, this also might be an okay place for storage and such. There's a lot of these cabinets. Now, granted, they got some pretty small storage. But this might not be the worst place for this. I'm gonna run away real fast. Don't want to get touched by that thing. You're less daunting to be touched by. There you go. Item's broken. If an item breaks like that, you can repair it. Now with something like this, you don't really need to repair that. We're just going to use this little guy. I think this can do damage too, barely though. But we will use this guy to break other guys down. This was also, to me, a pretty good place for a base. This gym area right here. I might set it up again. I think this is where I put it last time. Just because to me this was like a really nice... Hello?
I thought this might be a safe place to wait until they sorted this out.
Dr. Shepard?
Whatever this is. Looks like I was wrong. That useless rent-a-cop in the plaza said to go through manufacturing. Then head for the surface tunnel, I suppose. But that's a whole sector away. If they think I'm walking all that way through their toxic machine shops, they can think again.
I apologize if you... This was your stuff. I'm robbing you. Goodbye. Yeah, I think I might set up a little tent base here, because I think this is a good spot for a few reasons. You, of course, have that bathroom nearby. Right over here. We'll get past this stuff. We'll try to get this all broken down. You do have like a kitchen with an actual stove. There's a reinforced hose. Never fixed that before, but maybe we'll fix it this time. To me, I think this is a good space. Now, this does have the unfortunates of enemies being pretty prevalent in this big area, but I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. It's here like food pretty regularly, but we'll, instead of making it out here, which granted there is that there, but I don't want to make barricades right now. So we're going to make it in here. So we're going to go through here, make our nice little crafting bench. I need a power supply. I feel like there's a computer in this area. Where's your power supplies? Go to me! Good thing we know they come out of computer cases. Thank you. I need to drop something. We're gonna drop... Sounds like a chainsaw around here. Sure. All we needed. I'm gonna run back real fast. I feel a little bit worn out. Well, that's... I can also make a makeshift bed. You need, I think, cloth, a couch, wood. Yes, very easy to make, and we're gonna make that too. That's a very important thing to make for yourself. So, extremely heavy. Pull that bad boy down. So, got our trusty little screwdriver. There you go. Go up. Plug that sweet guy. Thank you. There you go. Plug him in. Now it works. So it says you need a couch for that. Yeah, we have nice couches here. We could try to package it. I broke it. I'm so sorry. Package. I broke it again. I'm so sorry. Package. Oh, beautiful. Why, I'm such a strong science man.
Will be powered down momentarily. If you have not already
Hold on, please. I need to make a bed.
Your top priority.
Why did I use books when I see books clearly in the design? Deploy this little guy. Let's try to get a little creative with this. I kind of want it like that. I wanted it like that. Yeah, that's fine. Slap them down. Use our trusty screws to get that going. Ah, beautiful. And there you go. The basis of a base, so to speak. You'll lie down. Beautiful. This also sets your respawn point. So it's good to make a bunch of bases around the entire game, just to give you places to work on stuff and to sleep in case you want to both pass the time and rest for one, but then also respawn where you feel like would be a better place to respawn if you were to die. But I believe that's a really good place to end this first episode. There's a whole lot more to come. I am a floating backpack. That's wonderful to see. But I really hope you guys are going to enjoy this game, because no matter what, I always enjoy this game. But also, as always, I'd like to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. If you do, that's wonderful. If you don't, I still think that's wonderful, so it's completely up to you. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.